Chers amis supporters, ce soir, j'ai l'immense honneur de recevoir un jeune et talentueux joueur américain de notre équipe de vous, Verviers Pepinster, Monsieur Chris Ferguson. Chris, good evening and thanks for coming.
How you doing? How you doing? It's nice to meet you, sir.
Chris, you said one day, I want to be the best defensive player in the world. According to you, what are the main abilities and qualities required to become a good defensive player?
To me, the first thing would have to be will. You got to be willing to guard anybody. You have to be willing to do anything and everything. The best defensive player is usually the person that does all the dirt, you know, that constantly box out, that's always contesting every shot, and that makes sure they always talking on defense. So, I mean, those are the few qualities, but also footwork, and our coach stresses that. And me as being 6'9", you know, I have to work on that the most. So that's one of the main things that I would say I need to work on in order to be one of the best defensive players is my footwork. So that's one of the things, though.
Great. What is your favorite position on the court? Do you prefer to play as a small forward or as a power forward?
To be honest, it depends on the team we're playing. Usually, growing up, you know, I've always been tall, so I played the 4, so I'm accustomed to playing the 4. But when I have a smaller player, I like to play the 3, that way I can go down low. But when I have a bigger player, I like to play the 4, that way I can bring him outside. So, I mean, it depends on who's guarding me. You know, God gave me the ability to play both positions, luckily, so I'm real thankful for that, man.
Yeah, you jump pretty high. So.
Yes, sir.
What are your goals as a basketball player for this season and in the future?
First and foremost, to make the team better. You know, I've always been a team player, you know, so I've always set aside my own goals to help anybody that I can make them better. But my own personal goals is, I don't know, it's hard to say. First and foremost, I just want to win. You know, we do anything to win. And one of the main goals is to turn this program around. You know, unfortunately, they had a very bad season last year, you know, due to a lot of things. But one of the things that we want to work on is being consistent. You know, we want to bring the team up and have more morale and especially, you know, bring more fans here. So, I mean, my goals are the fans' goals, the team goals. That's all my goals.
That's great. That's great. What is your first feeling about Belgian Championship? How's the level here?
It's very good. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard about it, I mean, I had thought I was like, okay, well, I can come in and just, you know, play my game and stuff. But as I've been playing, you know, there's a lot of people that I've played many other places, and they're bringing their talents here. So, I mean, I've been learning a lot. I've been seeing a lot of players that are very smart. One of the teams that we just got through playing, Charleroi, I think his name is Walsh. I'm not going to lie. One of his main things is he plays so slow, but he's so smart that it just makes him look like way better. So, I mean, that's one of the things that I can't say about the Belgian Championship. There is some very good talent here, and I know that I'm going to grow, you know, and I'm just loving that. I'm just loving that. So it's going to be fun.
When you were first approached to sign in Pepinster, has the opportunity to play for such a great and famous coach made your choose easier?
Well, actually, to be honest, my agent told me about the coach, and I had never heard of him, to be honest, but I did do my research, so I am one of those players, you know, I like to see who I'm going to play for, and I seen that he had coached for, our assistant coach for Phoenix, you know, he had his own head coaching jobs, and he's coached a lot of big-time players, and I mean, it just made me ecstatic that I was playing for a coach like this that I know can help me grow. So, I mean, you know, it did help me with the decision to sign, but at the same time, me starting off my career, you know, in Belgium was one of the funnest things that I was looking forward to, going overseas, getting a new experience and new opportunities. So, I mean, it was an easy decision for me to make, I'm not going to lie, you know, just blessed, very blessed.
Yeah. Talking about Belgium, you've been here for a bit more than 2 months. How are you feeling here?
I love it. The people are great. You know, I met you a couple of times outside of this. You know, you guys are real respectful here. Everybody's lovely. You know, they treat everybody with respect, and that's how I was born and raised, you know, is to treat everybody with respect. So, I mean, I'm just loving it. You know, every now and then I go out and go eat and just look at the sights. You know, I've been to Liège a couple of times downtown to see their area, but most of the time I've been in Verviers in the center, and it's lovely. You know, everybody shows everybody respect, and I'm liking that.
That's great. You come from the USA, so could you tell us a bit about the place where you grew up?
Oakland, California. I love it. It's at times it can be rough, but it makes you a tough man, and that was the main thing that I loved about it. You know, my brother and my grandparents, they kept me out to the streets. You know, my mom stayed on me with school, and my dad would always be there with anything that I needed. So I had a family-oriented relationship, and it just made me smarter every day, and it just made me know that when I play basketball, I have to go work my butt off, just like when I'm in the streets and growing up with school. You know, you can't half step in anything in life. You know, you have to work hard and you have to put your best foot forward. So I mean, that's one of the main things that I knew about from growing up in Oakland, though.
Are you interested in the NBA? I mean, what's your favorite team and who's your favorite player, if you have one?
Very interested, but I want to be more so a complete player before stepping foot in the NBA. You know, that's what I like about overseas. You learn so much. So, I mean, I would like to be a complete player before I go to the NBA, but my favorite team would have to be the San Antonio Spurs. And the main reason why is because their coach predicates defense. Just like my college coach, you know, Winston Bennett, he would always telling me that, you know, offense will bring the crowd here. You know, everybody goes crazy, but everybody loves defense. You need defense to win championships. At the end of the game, you got to think about it. They're always going to get a shot to score. It's going to take your defense to stop them and win the game. So, I mean, I just love the San Antonio Spurs and all about defense. That's me.
Yeah, I understand the sentence now, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And to end this nice interview, what would you like to say to the fans in here?
Please come to the games. It's going to be a big turnaround, and you're going to love the Viveres Pepinsters basketball team. We're all nice. We're family-oriented. We're loving each other, and it's a slow start, but everybody here is new, and we're going to be the best family that you've ever seen on the court. Please come support us, and we thank you already for all of everything, all the support you have shown so far. We love the fans, and that's the main thing that we even talk about in the locker room is how can we make the fans happy. So,
thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.